Happy Taurus season, flowers. Welcome to the garden. Thank you for stepping in, coming to sip some tea, and coming to get read. I'm literally in the garden. So I just wanted to say that and celebrate that before we get into it. If you don't know, I'm a Taurus, a proud bull, obviously. And I love being a Taurus. Tauruses are Venus ruled, and Tauruses are a fixed sign. Tauruses really do kind of like are the strength and center of spring. So yeah, I just always love Taurus season, my birthday season coming up, and all the blessings. Excuse me. We'll let that pass by. Blessings that come through in April being a holy month in general. Happy Ishtar, happy Eid Mubarak, or no, Mubarak Ramadan, happy Iftar, happy Easter, happy Seder, happy Passover. So this is just a very holy month in general. And I know you know time and labeling time is a human thing, but we in human bodies. So recognizing this as the holy month, I'm blessed and grateful to have been born in this month, in this wonderful, beautiful season of the bull. So let's get into the reading. We're gonna start off with our tarot cards because that's where I reached first. So we're gonna do tarot, affirmations, then Earth Warriors Oracle. Yeah. So what first came out was the Queen of Swords reversed. Like, is it just me, or like are my cards looking even prettier today? The colors are really coloring for me. Then we have, this is the Hanged Man. I for some reason thought this was the Death card. This is the Hanged Man. Okay, this is the Hanged Man. This is the Hanged Man in my deck. And then we have the Hierophant. Notice the full moon here and here, you know, the full moon sun opposition here. And then we have, for the back of the deck energy, is a little shared. We've got the Sun card, and then we have the Four of Pentacles. So this and this came out like this. This was like this when it came out. And then, so this is technically the back of the deck, but I've got the stuff up here. I did put it upright because upright felt right, but you know how I do. We'll go into the whole entire explanation. So that's tarot deck. For affirmations, we've got Goddess of Fire. Funnily enough, you know, that's one of my favorite things about just the zodiac in general, is how the seasons flow into each other. So we have this fire energy flowing into Earth. Fire, where is the manifestation, Earth is the physicalization. Fire, where is the passion, Earth is the stabilization, the continuation, the legacy. So Goddess of Fire, Oya has also been really chatting with me. We've been having a lot of storms too. Our affirmation for Taurus season is, I give big love and it boomerangs back greater. Oya, Yoruba goddess of lightning and the wind. Of course, the wind is going to come play out today. It already did a little bit. Yeah, actually, when I was doing these cards, the winds were like, oh yeah, this the message, baby. This the message, baby. And tried to take my cards. That's not nothing new though. So for Abiola's goddess lesson here, we have, how do you share your personal power and resources? Do you give back with money, time? Told you, there's the win right there. Time or material goods. You confidently advance toward your future when you are able to love and give without conditions. Embrace this thought with the fiery lightning energy of Oya, Yoruba goddess. The reason why my face did that is that the wind picked up this the Hierophant card right when I was reading, so bro's gonna interpret that too. Then back of the deck energy, we've got Goddess of Majesty. I am worthy and deserving of all good things. Anuket, Nubian goddess of the Nile River, which is literally the center of abundance in Kemet, in ancient Kemet, right? Feathers and gazelle. What if you knew that you were worth loving? What if you felt deserving of prosperity? Do your actions, thoughts, and beliefs match? You are worthy. Lean into this thought with the majesty of Anuket, Nubian goddess of the Nile. You see how the sun came out too? The reason why I giggled is that behind this is a... Okay, all right, fine. That's my joke for myself. That's my joke for myself. That'll be my joke for myself. That's my joke for myself. I can't tell y'all. If you really want to know, DM me. Earth Warriors Oracle. So remember how putting out the full moon and these two cards and the Hangman and the Hierophant, it don't stop there. So for Earth Warriors Oracle, we've got Pono Pono, immeasurable power of the heart way. You see that big bright full moon? That big bright full moon? Didn't we just have a full moon? Okay. Then we've got Nana Buluku. And Nana Buluku, she rests to create. Y'all think Pisces like to sleep? Watch a cow. Literally watch a cow. And then back of the deck energy is Pantera, or Black Jaguar, actually. The precious and rare, because Black Jaguars are also precious and rare. Oh wait, there's another full moon here, yeah. And we have that sun moon, we have that same sun moon, sun rising, Easter, hello. Oh my God. We have that same sun moon kind of, not conjunction, opposition, full moon thing, that we have here and here and here and here. So I like to make those connections, right? So the whole energy of this, starting from the tarot deck, obviously in Aries season, I know we've all been going through this energy of kind of cutting people off, for lack of a better term, or having relationships fall away. This may have, could have possibly jaded some people's sense of self, sense of how they thought of themselves, sense of how they thought of their relationships, or how they should be sharing themselves in relationships. So this Queen of Swords reversed, what this is saying here is that we've been feeling a certain way. We've been feeling a type of way, being our most authentic self as much as we possibly can be, and somehow getting pushback. And then realizing that the pushback is, oh, this person's just not meant to be with me no more. We've reached the end of our journey for this time being. That's okay. We're learning. This is like pretty much in the Aries season. This is what we've been going through. Now, what we're in and going towards, thank you for the affirmation, is, I read it as the Death card, but it's the Hangman. So one, letting those relationships fall away, letting those things that have to die. But being that this is actually the Hangman, it's going to almost feel like a sacrifice. It's going to feel, because these aren't people or relationships, or, and even sometimes, mental relationships too. Just like mental relationships with yourself. Told you that one's gonna go crazy. Mental relationships with yourself. This is gonna feel, again, like a sacrifice. It's a sacrifice one worth giving, because it's not that these are people that we don't care about, or thoughts that we don't care about. These are things that we really give credence to. These are things that we really, or people that we really gave credence to and really appreciated. And in our feelings, we also have to respect and give credence to ourselves. So that's why we have this sun moon here, is to find that balance with the self and relationships with others. It doesn't necessarily mean you gotta be a bitch or you have to cut people off, but it doesn't mean that you have to be a certain way other than what you are. It doesn't mean you have to be a certain way. It doesn't mean that when somebody does something, oh, now I gotta act like this, No, recognize it for what that relationship was. Recognize what you did in that relationship. Recognize what that person did in that relationship. See where you are now. see what the universe is showing you now, take a step back, sacrifice, take a step back and surrender, and step into your regality. Step into your regality. At this point, we really know ourselves so well. And be it that you're new to this page and you really don't, and you haven't really been following this journey with me, I feel like if you found me, you are at a point in your life where you know yourself to a certain extent, and you are very proud of that self, which you should be. And Taurus is all about pride, okay? Taurus is a cow, Taurus is a bull. Cows literally always go to the richest and most nutritious grass. It's no hate to other grass. It's just cows know where the best grass is at. So why would they eat somewhere they know is not going to give them nutrition when they instinctually know where to find the best nutrition? And that's where the hangman comes in. It's like literally surrendering to your instinct. Literally surrendering to your instinct in order to be who you authentically are, and shining in that and sitting in that real pretty. We got this peacock, big ocean energy here. This is Juno, who rules over marriage and relationships in Greek mythology. See how it all comes full circle? See how it all comes full circle? So yeah, let's get into Earth Warriors Oracle, and I believe that'll be the end of this message. But just to reiterate, and then we have the back of the deck here. I did say I was gonna talk about that, so let me talk about it. So it came out like this, with this being kind of like the true back of the deck. So Four of Pentacles can sometimes be seen as like a stingy card. I've been getting this message lately that if I keep acting like, and this could really just be me. But I'm gonna share it with y'all. If I keep acting like I don't have money to spend, then I won't. If I keep acting like I don't have love to give, then I won't. If I keep acting like there's not joy and peace surrounding me, then there won't be joy and peace surrounding me. You get it? Like, you get it? Okay, so why I flipped it up is because we are going to flip ourselves up. We're going to flip ourselves up. We're going to, and also in something about threes too. Something really wonderful and abundant is going to come in threes in this season. And now it's just really the time to enjoy the riches of the hard work that we've been going through since like Capricorn season. Now is really just the time to enjoy ourselves, to really dive deep into those blessings. It is a weird and odd space to be in, to be grateful for the life that you're living and to also mourn the life that you expected. Have space for that. Surrender to it. Surrender to that weirdness, surrender to that oddness, and let it be one of the most amazing things of your journey that you shine in. So yeah. That's pretty much how I interpret that. That Four of Pentacles, because in the grand scheme of things, we're always provided for. You're always going to be provided for. Everything is always going to work out, no matter how it feels. I feel like I can say that because lots of stuff has happened to me. Lots of stuff has gone through my life very recently, and I'm grateful that I'm still here. I'm grateful that there are people that see me for who I really am. I'm grateful for even the relationships that fall away. I'm grateful for what that reveals for me. I'm grateful for literally every single aspect of my life, even and when it pisses me off, because that shows me I literally prayed to feel emotion. And now that I'm doing that, I'm understanding how to feel. I'm understanding how to incorporate emotion into my life, and I'm understanding how to surrender and let go, and to detach, and not necessarily disassociate. I definitely disassociate if I don't associate myself with those things, but to just detach myself from not even expectation, but from control, from trying to control a certain narrative. Whatever the story is, I'm not the only author. I am the author of my story, but I'm not the only one. So let's get into the Earth Warriors Oracle. And I'm just going to read the short messages here. Pono, though, has to be, not to say the most important one, but I think it's very, very telling, especially after this Libra moon, because it's all about forgiveness, and even starting with the self. Starting with forgiving the self first before moving to forgiving others, and also doing what's best for you. If forgiving others feels easier at this moment than to forgive yourself, do that. There's a lot of talk about the self and relationship right now because of we just had a Libra full moon and we're transiting out of Aries season. So the same way where a mirror is the reflection of yourself, same thing with a relationship. All relationships are mirrors. So Pono, the heart has the power to heal in a way that the mind cannot understand. Do not allow your mind to distract or frighten you. You are a beautiful child of the universe, and divine love lives within your heart. A willing heart is all that you need to transform any situation that is troubling you. Lightness of heart and relief of mind are here for you now. So Pono is definitely a practice to take with us through this Taurus season. And the way that practice goes is, and you can also look it up for yourself, to do like a true blue Pono ceremony. First we start with I'm sorry, then please forgive me, thank you, I love you. And saying these things to yourself. Me being the Libra rising that I am, and having that energy with my chart, and the transits going on right now, I've always been immersed in relationships. I've always immersed myself in relationships, and now for me, I'm immersing myself in myself, and my relationships are immersing themselves into me. So it's always been easy for me to forgive others, whether or not they feel that way. I feel as if I've been able to forgive very easily, or even in a pleasing sense. Maybe not always the most genuine of forgiveness, I will say that, but I will have, if I felt bad, but be it when I felt bad, be it when I felt that I did do something wrong, I have no issue apologizing. Now apologizing to myself felt weird and seemed weird, but it's a practice that I'm really, really grateful that I started, and holds me accountable for the things that I manifest. So that's Pono. Then we have Nana Baluku. I love when she shows up because this is my excuse to rest. Not that you ever need an excuse to rest, but this is and also, it's Taurus season. Not even just rest in the sense of, laying your head down and going to sleep. Rest in the sense of, I did a lot of work. Look at all this wonderful work I did. Look at how beautiful I am. Look at all this regality I brought into this world. Let me just sit back and watch. Right? So, your energy is a precious resource, and there are ways of being that can enhance it, amplifying it, and replenishing it. Give yourself sufficient rest, and you shall find a way forward more effortless. Come on, affirmation. Explore the lifestyle that grows your inner resources rather than requiring constant exertion and exhaustion to accomplish an endless list of external pursuits. You need to shift this in being now because you are ready to accomplish more. For this to take place, there needs to be less effort and more wisdom. Trust and value what can be accomplished through rest. I think that says it all. And then for the back of the deck energy, we've got Pantera, the precious and rare, which is just one of the most beautiful cards in this deck. I mean, obviously all the cards are beautiful in this deck, but that Jaguar energy really does shine through. Our faith and optimism are not meant to make us complacent, but rather to encourage us to believe that our action in the world will have a positive and real effect. There are situations where your voice, your courage, and your fearless determination are needed. You will make a difference. Cast helplessness or despair aside and find the fighter within. Fight for that which needs defending with all of your heart. Do not yield. So this and the Hierophant go hand in hand. So the Hierophant does also rule over tradition. Tradition in a traditional sense, but also tradition in the sense of the things and the routines and the lifestyle that you build for yourself. So be it that you live in a certain world, you live in a certain reality, and others either call that reality delusional or non-existent, or they have whatever to say about the reality. You have so much choice. You can either disengage and let the universe show them who the fuck they messing with, or you can. Neither is wrong, but also understand that when something recoils in your heart, in your deepest sense of self, and you know that it's wrong and it makes you in your soul, it even says it here. When in the face of possible loss, something deep in our soul recoils in horror. It is a sign that something is not right. It is not a sign that we are too attached or not trusting enough in the divine to figure everything out. Woo! Come on. So, right. Again, bringing up that message of detachment. Sometimes we really are just like there. Anger, irritation, being pissed off are not sacred things. They're very sacred. Disgust is very sacred. Look at Virgos. but seriously, our emotions and our senses, which Taurus rules, our senses are very sacred. So when we feel something, when we sense something, that information is something that should be revered. That information is something that is revered, that has been revered. So continue to revere it, and allow yourself to speak out. Taurus rules the throat. Taurus rules the throat, ears, this whole area right here, the décolletage, right? So allow this energy here to flow through. When you hear something and it don't sound right, speak up. When you hear something from spirit and you just have to say it, let it be physical. Let it come into this world and materialize it through your voice. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's everything. So yes, thank you again for stepping into the garden, coming to sip some tea, coming to get read with me. Wish me a happy birthday. Send me some birthday love. And check out my highlights on my Instagram, because there are some things that I would really, really love to have for my birthday this season. And yeah, that's pretty much everything. Thank you for stepping into the garden, coming to sip some tea, and coming to get read. Till next season. Bye, y'all.